Many things have changed over the last few years at FC United, but one thing that's remained pretty consistent is Steven Gold. This man is still our top goal scorer across all competitions this year. 6 goals in 15, a 7.69 rating. It's safe to say he's adapted to League 2. It's also safe to say we've adapted to League 2. We are second in the table. Today we are going to be distracting ourselves. It's the FA Cup first round. We're taking on League 1 Barnsley. Let's get right into this. Yes, folks, how is it going? And welcome back to Park to Prem. We're here with FC United. This is the 3rd episode of our League 2 season. And what a season it is turning out to be. Over the weekend, I got a little bit carried away and played quite a lot of Football Manager. We've all been there. It's been a while since you were last here. We are now at the start of November. Of course, we left things after a 4-1 and 2-1 win in the league against Oxford and York. And well, since then, you can see we've played a big wad of football. Lots of things have been going to plan. Lots of clean sheets as well, which is obviously just nice. We've not really done that in a while, have we? In fact, if we look at the League 2 stats here, you can see McDonald, most clean sheets in the division. I had some question marks over him after last episode, but to be honest, he's been a super standout player. A 7.17 rating, 8 clean sheets in 15 in the league. In cup competitions, he's also been superb, and I'm very quickly growing fond of him. Also, he's signed a new deal, a 3-year deal, which, if we get promoted, I thought it had an optional contract extension. Wait, did he agree? I've remembered. He's signed a new deal. It kicks in at the end of the season. It's till the end of, I think, 2032 with an optional 3-year extension. Call it, getting carried away, but I have offered him essentially a 7-year contract after 2 months. Yeah, I like him. And I like McDonald. What I like even more is the results on the pitch. Let's talk about things since you were last here. Of course, Oxford and York played. Following on from those, we played 3 games, kept clean sheets on all of them, scored lots of goals in all of them. Ebbsfleet, Newport and Stevenage, all victims of a Steven Gold, getting plenty of goals. Riches, Booty, Nesbitt and Miguel Martinez also getting on the score sheet. Into the month of October we went and we took on Shrewsbury Town, who are up in League 1. We beat them 1-0. It was a pretty heroic performance, really. Not a great deal of difference between the teams. You could argue they had the better of the play. 10 shots on target. They didn't score. McDonald, 7.9, which I feel like for a goalkeeper in Football Manager is pretty respectable. Now, of course, we're going to hope that we can repeat that success against Shrewsbury, who are League 1 opposition, against Barnsley today. It's going to be a challenge, as was the game following on from the Shrewsbury game. We took on Northampton, a team who are pretty good in this division, towards the top of the table. We lost 2-1. I don't know how we lost 2-1. I mean, you can look at the stats, you can look at the performances, and McDonald wasn't amazing. They took their chances. We didn't take any of ours. So with the first defeat of the league season in the books, perhaps a fear that, we'd just collapse. It would all go horribly wrong. The good news is it really hasn't. We beat Crawley 2-0. A draw against Swindon wasn't exactly ideal, but a clean sheet is a clean sheet at the end of the day. And following on from that, 3 further games, 3-1 against Maidstone, 6-0 against Doncaster. I felt bad for them. Doncaster's quite nice. I mean, the city of Doncaster itself isn't nice, but Donny Dome is nice. If you're from Doncaster, you know Donny Dome. If you don't know, for the international viewers out there, Doncaster Dome, you can go ice skating. They have a water park. I've not been in 10 years. It could be crap by now. But if you're ever in the Doncaster area, lovely day out. I feel like after we beat Doncaster away, I should have rewarded the players with a trip to Donny Dome. In my head, that's what we did together. Perhaps that's why we slipped up in the next game. We were taking on Chesterfield, a 1-1 draw. Miguel Martinez scored again. This man has developed a lot. He's played a lot. 4 goals to his name in the league. Unfortunately, that goal wasn't enough. We slipped up. But the good news is, despite not a flawless run of games, it's still been a pretty bloody good start to the year. 15 games played, 11 wins, 3 draws, a singular loss against Northampton, who I said were going quite strong. Since we've played them, they've just decided to play really badly. And now I look like I'm making it up. Look, when I played them, they were doing well. Now they're rubbish. Why does this always happen in Football Manager? The teams that you play against are in good form, and then they just play badly against everyone else. It's not fair. So on and off the pitch, things really going to plan here at FC United. In the EFL Trophy, we've already qualified for the knockouts with a game to spare. In the EFL Cup, of course, we were already out of that. We lost to Preston. But in the FA Cup, we're in the first round. Of course, we enter in the first round now as a Football League side. And our opposition are Barnsley, who are a team I would traditionally associate with being kind of in the Championship. Their media prediction for this year was first in League One. They're currently in 19th. Yeah, it's safe to say things really aren't going to plan for them. And well, we are going to hope that we can continue to derail their plans today. In terms of the team, I feel like we've got a pretty settled 11 at this point. A team that I'm very, very happy with, particularly defensively. We've been absolutely top draw. Every single member of the back four has above a 7.5 average rating for the season. McDonald, as I mentioned, trailing a little bit behind, but a 7.24 for a goalkeeper is still really, really impressive. Into the midfield we go, and I don't really have a midfield that I'm happy with just yet. I feel like we've tried Eccles at defensive midfielder, we've tried Gilligan at defensive midfielder. None of them have really worked. As of late, I've been playing Martinez as a Mazzala, and he's done really, really well here. So he's starting to play more and more as a regular first-team player, as opposed to being a super sub on off the bench. Over on the left-hand side, Butterworth started the season slowly, but he's definitely come into his own. 3 assists, a singular goal in his last 5 games. Pretty impressive for a centre mid. And into the final third we go, where today we have Darren Richards playing as the centre attacking mid, and up top it is Gold and it is Nesbitt. You may spot here the target forward has been replaced, everyone. That's right, Gold is now playing as a pressing forward on attack. Truth be told, this is a role like the target forward role he is very, very well suited to. And given our approach to play, given the wing backs, the crosses we do tend to put in, he is still able to use his aerial prowess, even if it isn't the only kind of trick he has anymore. He's learned some new tricks. He can sit, shake, bow, beg. He can do it all. He's now not just a heading merchant. And actually, I think that's shown in his recent run of games. A 7.58 rating despite only scoring 2 goals. Lots and lots of green here. He's shown up and he's playing well. And alongside him, Nesbitt has also been playing really, really well. I feel like these two players just kind of complement one another. You know, both very good in the air, very good with all the crosses we like to put in. One's quick, one's smart, one's strong, one's technical. And as a pairing, they are just a mighty big handful. You can see here between them 13 goals and also 6 assists. The average rating's really, really high. Hopefully, against League One opposition today, they are going to show that they can make that step up. I feel like in a weird way, this game kind of gives us a glimpse into what we might look like next season should we get promoted. Now, of course, last season in this competition, we had a really, really great year, and financially, it definitely helped us out. Now, I can't really expect the same heroics this season. It's not a normal occurrence in the FA Cup to consistently beat teams in the leagues above you. Of course, the big aim for us is to try and get to the 3rd round if we can. If we could achieve that, it opens up the opportunity to maybe take on a top Premier League or Championship side and make a decent wad of cash. But before we do that, we need to win this game here. And well, we really nearly took the lead there. Stephen Gold hit the woodwork with his effort from range. Early kind of phase of this game, we've been dominant. Can we get a goal whilst we're on top? It's Nesbitt played through by Richards in a wide area though. Goes back to Regan Booty, who's been really, really impressive. One of the best average ratings in the league, Regan Booty, from left back. I know a lot of you guys in the comments were talking about how much he's played in your save games and been great. I've been mighty impressed by him this year, almost more so than last year, which really is saying a lot. And, well, Richards did just miss a sitter of a chance there. That was annoying. We probably should have scored. Half an hour on the clock. Barnsley not created a great deal yet, but they have quality. They have ability. We can't really afford to surrender them any kind of opportunity. And, of course, we are going to need a goal of our own here. It's going to be Eccles with the ball. Back to Quansah. Building out from the back, dinked forward to Nesbitt, who has the capabilities to flick the ball on like that. Unfortunately, on that occasion, Barnsley able to get to that second ball, but they gift us possession once more, and we'll go on the attack again. Terry Taylor to Butterworth, now with Regan Booty. Worth noting, Terry Taylor has recently gone into the Media Dream 11 for League 2. We won't mention the fact that Darren Richards has dropped out the Media Dream 11, but of course, Terry Taylor, kind of naturally a centre mid, got relegated last year from the Championship. We've kind of recreated his career as a centre-back, and he has been a bit of a revelation so far, been a top-quality player for us. And while speaking of the devil, there he is winning a header. Now can we spring an attack from it? Butterworth flicks it onto Nesbitt, who tucks it away. He's offside. Don't celebrate it. The finish was nice. The build-up play was delightful. But unfortunately, offsides exist in football. It wasn't even close. And now, well, I thought we were going to have to do some defending. We kind of needed to do the defending. Fortunately for us, we've been let off the hook because we left one of the Barnsley players unmarked. And now Thomas Sang has picked up an injury. And I don't know if anyone else can hear it. The Sam Bird theme tune is playing. It sounds like the Thunderbirds theme tune, but it's his name instead of Thunderbirds. Look, Sam Bird is going to come in at right back and hopefully do the job for us. Of course, still training him to play centre back. but actually is a right back. He's amazing defensively, going forward, slightly incompetent. But we'll give him the nod today. He's been fine. He's got a big boot to fill, I suppose, in Sang and his right peg from set pieces. We'll see if he can do it, and we'll see if we can take the lead here. How has it not gone in? Between Nesbitt and Gold, I felt like the ball was destined for the back of the net there, but it's somehow been cleared over. We do now have a resulting corner, and they're going to deal with it. That was anticlimactic, wasn't it? Also, what is their attacker doing? Johnson, are you okay, mate? I hope he's okay. He looks lost. Bird, Martinez, the Venezuelan, out to Bird. Play his theme tune. Sam Bird is go, etc. Crosses it in. Blocked away. I thought for a second he was going to get an assist immediately and I was going to look like a genius. Unfortunately, it's been dealt with. This is a very long highlight. Are we on full match by mistake? We're not. Does anyone else ever do that where you kind of feel like the highlight's going on forever and you feel like it must have changed? Oh, Nesbitt with a chance there on his weaker foot. Blocks away. Still 0-0. I feel like we've had the better of the play in this half. We can be corner merchants. Can we be corner merchants here? It's whipped in. Stephen Gold flicks it on. Just wide of the post. We are racking up shots here. We have an XG of 2. They have an XG of 0.05. At the break, though, 0-0. I'm going to tell the players I'm far from pleased. Secretly, deep down inside, pretty happy with that. We've dominated this game early on, but we've got to keep the level of performance up. And, well, oh my word, McDonald with a crazy save. And then Bird clears it off the line and clears it out to the wing. And we remain in this game. Barnsley coming out in this second half swinging. McDonald had a huge save to make at the near post there. And, well, we have an opportunity here. Rich has played through. Can he finish it? It's come from nowhere. He's hit the woodwork. They've managed to clear it away. It is end-to-end stuff. Surely this game is not going to finish 0-0. Half an hour left here. Going to make our first change of the game. Richards has been a little quiet for my liking, so we're going to bring in Joe Duffy to play that centre attacking mid role for us. To be honest, looking across the entire team, it's been a really, really good performance. The kind where you don't really want to change anything. We just need to score a goal. It's as simple as that. We've been dominant. Barnsley in this second half have definitely grown into things. But with 10 minutes left, I mean, I don't want this to go to a replay. The plan today, by the way, is to do a second league match after this game. If it goes to a replay, we'll do that. I'm hoping it won't come to that. But of course, after last season, I've kind of got used to replays as an idea. And well, Stephen Gold should be used to goals as an idea. Can he score here? Of course he can. 4 finishing. Count it on my fingers. Tucks it into the bottom corner. And he continues to defy the critics. How many of you at home wouldn't touch Stephen Gold with a barge pole? Why have we not shown... I want to see the goal again. Why did we not see the goal? Not sure what's happened there. Didn't play the goal. Should we just click on it and watch it again? Martinez brought it out. Stephen Gold finds himself onside in behind their right centre-back. And that finish, to be honest, was pretty cool and composed. Right, okay, I'm happy. We've watched the goal again. There's 4 minutes left. We just have to hold on. 3 minutes away from a pretty historic win here, and indeed, the win is going to happen. 1-0. A weird game. Stephen Gold's ended up with a 9.7 despite only scoring 1 goal. Is that weird? That feels weird. I don't remember ever seeing a player get a rating that high with just 1 goal, but a crazy, crazy good performance against a team who were, well, predicted to win League One last year. We've managed to beat them, and with that, we go marching on to the second round. Elsewhere, Sang is out for 2 to 3 months. We all know what that means. It means that Dylan Crow's going to be back in the starting 11 for a few months. I feel like this was an inside job. I feel like one of the Dylan Crow fan club members paid off a Barnsley player to get him injured. And as a result, now Crow gets a run at right back. I know there's some people at home right now pumping their fists. He got a red card last time we watched him play. And, well, we're going to have to watch him play a few more times. In terms of our upcoming games, we've got an EFL trophy game against York City. We're already free in that, so we're going to come back in just a moment to take on Tranmere Rovers. They're currently in 9th, going pretty strong. A team not that far away from us either, a team from Liverpool. So we're going to come back for that. It is in a week's time. I'll see you guys in just a mo. Okay, folks, we have played the game against York City, a convincing win in the EFL trophy, and the thing that really stood out to me about this performance was Sam Bird's bloody fun, innit? This guy, well, I've talked about him earlier. He came on off the bench earlier. I am convinced that he can be a really, really good centre-back. In this game, I just stuck him in at centre-back. There's nothing to lose by playing him here because we're already qualified for the next round. He only went and scored 2 goals from 2 different set pieces at centre-back and looked pretty good at the back defensively too. He got a 9.4 rating. Also, Dylan Crow got an assist, which I'm sure some of you are going to big up. And yes, he is playing in the game today. And of course, today's second game is against Tranmere. They are in 9th. We're going to hope that we can beat them. Worth noting, by the way, that in the FA Cup, we have, of course, just progressed. And in the next round, we are going to be taking on Peterborough United. And Peterborough's game immediately precedes the game against Mansfield Town. So tomorrow's episode is going to be a big game in the league and also in the Cup. Ourselves and Mansfield, the two teams kind of running away with things at the moment. Now, of course, it is still relatively early days in the season. Less than 33% of it gone, in fact. So we need to be at our best here. And well, when it comes to the team for today's game, this is the squad we're going with. Dylan Crow coming in at right back. Elsewhere, we're going with Quansah and Taylor at the back. They have really kind of hit it off as a defensive duo and looked beyond solid this year. Of course, I talked last episode about experimenting with the coverer and the stopper. I'm liking what I'm seeing from it so far, so we are going to stick with it today. Elsewhere, Fraser comes into the team to play at Mazzala. We signed Fraser in the summer on a free transfer. He was released by Rangers, and to be honest, he's been pretty good for us. He's played 7 games. 4 of those have been as starts as well. I have made a pretty conscious effort to rotate things around this year. You can see even players like Leon Donaldson, Duffy, Bird have all started 7+ games. I feel like with this season, we have got to manage the minutes of our players. As a result, Fraser's going to come in today. We'll see what he can do in a live com. He's coming in because Martinez is just away with Venezuela. Again, basically, assume if Martinez isn't in the team, he's off in South America having fun. I'm a little bit envious of all these jet miles he's racking up. It's not fair. Up top, I am going to be sticking with Gold and Nesbitt. Was a tad underwhelmed by how they performed against Barnsley, but against slightly weaker opposition, we'll hope we can get a good result here. In this match, Tranmere are pushing for the playoffs right now, so they are going to want to win this game to remain in that hunt. As for ourselves, well, we're currently 2 points behind Mansfield. However, we have got a game in hand. We were due to play Grimsby a couple of weeks ago and the game got postponed due to rain. With our FA Cup run, I believe it's been moved out again even further. Of course, we're in the FA Cup, we're still in the EFL Trophy, so much like last year, I'm expecting some weird scheduling to go on towards the end of the season. But anyway, we've got a chance here. Regan Booty with the throw-in down the line to Gold. He's then going to play it forward to Stephen Gold, who just can't quite get there. It was a decent ball through. Gold just lacking that spring in his step to break through the defensive line. But we'll look to bring it forward again. Nesbitt dropping in deep, plays it through to Richards, who should score it, and does score it. Really good finish by him. That was nice. Last game we took him off after 60 minutes because he wasn't doing a lot. Within 12 minutes here, he's found the back of the net. And whilst he might not be in the Media Dream 11 anymore, he is still a very good player for us. He burst through the middle, and then that little finish, the chip over the goalkeeper, confident, cool, and collected. Yeah, that's what we need. We need to take our chances like this. That's something we didn't do last game, and well, I wouldn't mind it if we took another chance immediately. I say that as they flick the ball on. For a second, I thought Tranmere were going to spring a trap through the middle and maybe get back into the game right away, but we are back in possession. Dylan Crow, there he is. Savour the moment, fan club. He's probably going to be at right back a little bit over the next month or two due to that injury to Sang. Well, we've got it with Fraser, back with Crow. Options in the middle, dink towards Gold, but headed back really nicely, actually, by the Tranmere defender back to George, who is going to launch it forward. It comes down with snow on it, the ball. It went so high in the air, but we are always going to win those balls in the air with Quansah. And now Nesbitt, wide to Crow. Nesbitt making a run in behind. Great ball by Crow. Can Nesbitt cross this in? He does on his weaker foot. Gold's effort is blocked. Tranmere being called into a lot of defensive action. But at least for now, they're hanging on. I say at least for now, because 2 minutes later, we have another highlight kicking off. Tranmere with the ball deep in their own half. We don't exactly have the most heavy of presses forward. We kind of have the triangle of the centre attacking mid and the 2 strikers who will engage in a press, but equally, it's not our bread and butter, I don't feel like, necessarily. That said, we have forced a turnover in possession here, and then Tranmere force one over too. It's like neither team wants the ball right now. Can someone have an extended spell of possession? Preferably us. Preferably Thompson to Dempsey for Tranmere. Knocking the ball around nicely. They've got a man on the overlap here, Gordon, who's going to have plenty of time and space to pick out a ball. Goes to the byline, pulls it back post, and Stansfield heads just wide. Tranmere showing that they have got a little something going on. Anyway, another minute later, in fact, I think this is the immediate highlight afterwards. We've had 4 highlights or 5 highlights in the space of 10 minutes here. Both teams really going for it. On this occasion, it's going to be us. Nesbitt nods it down to Fraser, plays it through to Gold. He finished one superbly last game. On this occasion, the effort just wide of the post. Very quickly approaching half-time here, just 7 minutes left of the half. Have got a little eye on the Mansfield game against Chesterfield. Their game is 1-1 at the break, so if we win here, I believe we'd go to the top of the table on goal difference and with a game in hand. But of course, plenty of football left to be played. We would like that second goal. I feel like I say that a lot. I feel like this FC United team, sometimes we get the one goal and we just can't get the second and then we go on to regret it. Fingers crossed that's not going to be the case today. Fingers crossed we can take an opportunity that comes our way, as it's going to be with Booty, who I thought was going to be able to pick out Nesbitt in the middle, but it was well defended. It's now with Terry Taylor, who's going to go back wide to Regan Booty, who is stood in front of the gazebo. Maybe the gazebo is going to provide some inspiration for him. Eccles with the ball, plays it forward to Nesbitt, now with Richards, who hits it from range, and it hits the outside of the post. Almost grabbed his second of the game. It was quite some effort. It's dealt with, but Tranmere immediately on the back foot, and now it's Quanza leaving the woodwork shaking with that thunderous header, and then near post. Dylan Crowe, though, bringing it forward, crosses it in, headed away. Dylan Crowe, I feel like, I almost don't want to see him succeed. Is that bad? He annoys me. He shouldn't be as good as he is. Although I say all of this, I might want him to assist if they score here. Tranmere catches out on the break. 10 minutes into the second half, Stansfield, who headed one just wide in the first half, has found the back of the net. Defensively, we looked a bit of a shambles, and I think a shambles is probably being quite polite about how he looked defensively there. Quanza lets Stansfield get in behind. He tucks it into the bottom corner. And with that, Tranmere go level. That second goal that I talk about is not getting when we have the chances. It's kind of happening here. Elsewhere, Mansfield 3-2 up now against Chesterfield. So games at the top of the table are quickly changing. We will look to get back in the lead here. Regan Booty over the free kick. He now hits the crossbar. Fraser can't get to the rebound. I mean, we've hit the woodwork 3 times in the first 20 minutes of the second half. Unfortunately, that doesn't mean anything on the scoreline. You don't get bonus points for hitting the woodwork, although if we did, I feel like we'd benefit from that quite a lot. Right, let's change some stuff up. Butterworth's not been great. I'm going to bring in Maitland. Elsewhere, I am also going to bring in Duffy. And I've got one last change in my back pocket, but I don't love our options on the bench. Unfortunately, with Ibrahim and Martinez out on international duty, we do lack a little bit of a spark, a bit of inspiration, I suppose, that we can bring on off the bench here. We're having chances of creating stuff, but with 4 minutes left, I don't feel like there's a breakthrough coming. I could be wrong, though. Or maybe I'm right. Quanta heads over. That could be the last chance. At least that's what I was expecting to say, but there is 25 seconds left here. We are in the hunt for a late goal. It's going to be Regan Booty with it. Maitland, of course, slotting in at centre mid on attack for us. A little deeper than you would normally expect him to be. Quanta to Eccles. Plays it into Nesbitt. Richards and Gold in the middle. Dylan Crowe in the wide area. Could put in a ball. Doesn't put in a ball. It's now with Vale. This can't be a pointless highlight. The full-time whistle cannot go now. I will not stand for it. Duffy. Crowe can't get the ball in. It's back to Quanta. He's going to whip it in from deep. It's headed away by Henderson. And then the game does end. Okay, so it was a pointless highlight. Why do that to me, Football Manager? Why give me that hope? We had a lot of chances at the tail end of that game. We just couldn't take them. And unfortunately for us, we are going to drop points. I didn't see how the Mansfield game ended. I will hope that Chesterfield did us a favour, I guess. Chesterfield, did you do us a favour? Did you, Chesterfield? Did you? No, they didn't. They lost 3-2. Ah, that's a shame. So if we win our game in hand, we'll still be in second. And equally, Bolton Wanderers outside the top 3 are now only 5 points behind us. We're not pulling away just yet. We have got to just keep an eye over our shoulder at what's trailing us. So not exactly the best results today. The Barnsley win was great, don't get me wrong, but 1-0. I don't know. I would have liked us to score 1 or 2 more given the chances that we had. And equally, against Tranmere, we were the better team, just couldn't find a way through. Of course, we are going to be hoping that this Thomas Sang injury isn't going to derail us too much, but he is going to be out for the next 2 months. And when I look at our schedule, that's quite a lot of football he is going to be missing. As I mentioned earlier, next time out, we're going to come back for the FA Cup second round. We've got Peterborough in it. They are a team currently in League One and currently top of it. So, yeah, don't expect that to be an easy game by any means. And then following on from that, just 2 games later, Mansfield Town await. They're top of the league. It's away from home. I was hoping that might be a game where we come back and the possibility of a win could mean that we go top of the table. As things stand, that may not be the case. If you have enjoyed today's video, as always, do drop a like on it. Dylan Crow Fan Club, I hope you're happy. I'm not happy. The only thing keeping me going is Sam Bird and his beautiful, happy smile. This man could be the best centre-back in League 2. Could he be better than Quansah? Is that crazy talk? It might be slightly. I mean, I don't know. When you look at it like that, he is bloody brilliant, isn't he? And that smile, that goddamn smile. Right, anyway, I'm getting distracted here by Sam Bird's smile. We're going to end today's episode here. We are going to be back tomorrow with more FA Cup action. Can we go on another heroic, historic run like we did last year? You'll have to tune back in next time to find out. Top of the table, Peterborough await. Until then, take care, enjoy your Monday, and I'll see you on the next one. I'm out.